The Super Bowl fortunately sucked. I mean, the best news, and I guess I feel bad for the 124.9 million who had to suffer through it, but I really don't feel like I missed anything. As I said yesterday, Chris, this isn't one of those situations where if these teams play 10 times, the Patriots win 3. If these teams play 10 times, the Patriots ain't winning 1. Not the way it went on Sunday.
Right.
It was 1970s style. One team belonged and one team didn't.
No, I mean, I don't disagree, totally with what you're saying there. It definitely was one-sided. It definitely was clearly one team was better than the other. It was definitely noticeable watching the game, and it was definitely noticeable watching back the All-22 that one team knew they weren't as good as the other team, and they knew that they had to play a certain style of football and hope they get a few breaks, right? So you go, yeah, maybe they win 1 out of 10 because maybe one of those throws Sam Darnold threw in the tight window early on in the football game get intercepted or something like that, right, Mike? That's the big thing. But if you had to give me a theme of the game, or I had to give you a theme of the game, it would be Seattle played ultra conservative because they knew they were better. So they were like, we're not going to really mess things up. And then they had a few tactical
three.
Right.
They took the 3.
Took the 3.
I'm sorry
exactly
to interrupt you,
right.
but they took the 3.
Yeah. Defensive coach took the 3. Take the 3. Just lean on them. Keep choking them out that way. So, offensively, I think they played pretty conservative because they were like, hey, okay, it's a good Patriots defense. They're doing some stuff over there. Let's not take any chances and give them a short field or anything like that. And then I think on the defensive side of the ball, man, they played 2 deep safeties for so much of the game. They were able to stop the run like that. They were even able to blitz and play 2 deep safeties behind that. So, yes, within that led to some boring, if you want to say, football. And then the Patriots had to take the approach where their offense, they knew it was in trouble, and they basically had to go, we got to be really careful. They went into the game going, let's not let our offense lose the game. And then their defense did crazy stuff, really. So even though the Seahawks were being conservative and you're like, ooh, attack them, do it, they're giving you these opportunities, they kind of still just were like, no, we're not going to take any chances, even though the Patriots safeties were 7 yards deep, and they were really calling defenses on that side of the ball as if, like, we have to make plays to make things happen in this game for our offense for us to win the game. And within that and those 2 styles of play right there, that's what led to not the most exciting game in the history of Super Bowl play there.
No, we've had 2 clunkers in a row now.
2 defensive dominant.
The Eagles,
right.
The Eagles, the Eagles and the Seahawks combined like the Steelers and the Eagles once did and became the Steagles. The Seahawks have dominated football the last 2 years, but the Eagles destroying the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59, and now the Seahawks doing what they did to the Patriots. And as they were kicking field goals, I had that feeling that you'll get from time to time where you can't settle for 3 too many times. You can't settle for 3 too many times because if the other team wakes up 7-7-7 and you're done. There's a specific game, Vikings-Rams, 1989, where Rich Karlis kicked 6 field goals. It was 18-0, and then boom, 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 it's 21-18. The Vikings ended up winning on a fluke play in overtime.
Right.
But I remember that game vividly. Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. You're going to get stung in the ass if you keep kicking field goals. But when your defense is as suffocating as the Seahawks defense was, you can do that. And I think it was a perfect cherry on top of this conversation about the ultra aggressiveness, analytics driven to go for 3. Not that any of those 4th downs were in the range of temptation. I still think that Mike McDonald would have taken the 3. I think he had full confidence in their ability to neutralize the offense, and they weren't going to turn down points whenever those opportunities came along. Let me ask you this. Devin Witherspoon, Seahawks cornerback, said after the game on Sirius XM NFL radio that there were tells in the offensive line. Did you pick anything up watching film?
I got to go back and watch that a little more closely, right? That takes some nuance there, and I wanted to kind of just I saw the quote yesterday, and I kind of saw it right around the time I had turned the film on to start watching. But at the same time, I wanted to watch the complete game and not try to be like, wait, is the right guard have his foot? And like that sometimes takes a while to dissect that aspect of it. I am going to try to look at it hopefully later later today. Maybe I'll give you some answers for tomorrow to check that out. I was more broadly worried about the football game itself, right, in that aspect. But either way, they had a tell, I felt like, maybe on some of that stuff. They had a tell on Drake May's snap count throughout the football game, and that's why they timed out so many of the blitzes. They knew and had a feel for how the Patriots were going to operate in the pass game with schemes down the field, where it allowed them to feel comfortable about some of those tactically aggressive blitzes, because I think even though they went, wait, there's less people in the secondary, we kind of know where they're going to go. We kind of know, we got a feel for their offense, so we don't feel like we're taking much of a chance here with this blitz. Those were the things that jumped out, but I got to look a little deeper into that, Mike. But back to like even what you said originally there, because the game itself, I think the Patriots knew that the game was going to have to fall a certain way for them to win. And where I think it didn't work out for them, I think they expected, hey, let's be careful in the pass game. Let's run the ball. Let's lean on them. Let's be aggressive on defense with some stuff, and let's hope we can get a turnover and rattle Sam Darnold early on in the football game. And even though we might be down 9-0 or something like that, we score one touchdown, and now it's 9-7, and it's just this ugly football game. So I think the Patriots went into the game kind of hoping to play that way, but then when their inability to run the ball at all came about, then it was like, uh-oh, we got to throw it a little here.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.